Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do part 2, getting started with Inventor, where we actually start building your first part. Okay, just for fun though. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a couple things first to make it easier. So we're going to do this stuff to make it easier to see. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Inventor. You're going to go to Tools. You're going to go to Application Options. Okay, we're going to do a couple things. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to the colors, and you're going to set it to presentation and one color. That will make it a little bit easier to see. Okay, then you're going to go to the sketch and turn on the grid lines if you want. I suggest you do it. And then finally you're going to go to File, and you're going to save it. It's important that you save all your parts in the same spot. Okay, so because we're going to have multiple parts on some of our projects. So what you're going to do is you're going to click the search thing, and you're going to find your folder with your name on it. Okay, so I searched around, I find my folder with my name on it. I'm going to go to a folder called Physics. Open that up, and I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call this First Part Challenge. Okay. And I'm going to click OK. Oh, I called it new folder. We'll have to adjust that. Let's go in here and call it alright. So I'm going to click OK. Alright, let's keep moving along. Okay, so we've got this done. You've already done this. Okay. Already did that. Okay, we already did this first part challenge, and we clicked OK. Alright, so we got all this done. Okay, so let's create a new file. So click the Getting Started tab. This will open the Open Dialog box. Again, this is a dialog box, so it has two questions. What do you want to name the file, and where do you want to save it? What kind of file do you want to make? Click the Start New File button on the Quick Launch selection, and let's go through it. Let's see. So okay, so we're going to go to Getting Started. We're going to go New. Alright, and so as you know, you can do a standard Inventor part. Okay, you could do a standard Inventor assembly, or you could do a standard drawing that's two-dimensional, but for us we are going to do a standard part. Okay, and let's go to, before we do anything more, let's click on projects. Okay, so we're gonna make a new, I already got it done, first part challenge, but let's make a new project. Okay, and so we're gonna just do a single user project. This is just for you. Hit next, and the project name is going to be first part challenge, and you're gonna save it in that folder you made called first part challenge. Okay, alright, so here's well, let's go through the PowerPoint slideshow real quick. Okay. Okay, so if you create a new project, right, the project file keeps track of all the files used in the project. So you know that there's multiple parts in assembly, so this helps keep them all together. Okay? Okay, so write that down. Alright, so now, okay, so we're going to hit next. Let's see, we don't need to do any of this. We're going to hit finish. I'm going to hit cancel though, because I've already done it. So I'm going to cancel this. You can see, alright, so I'm going to do a new part. Okay? Okay, so we have a new part, and let's go ahead and go to the PowerPoint so you guys can, the PowerPoint keeps up with what we're doing here. I think we might be up here. Okay, so click the Start a New File button. Okay, we did that. Okay, we know about all the different types. We're gonna make we clicked a new project. Okay. Okay, so let's go to our new part. So here we are. We want to select the XY plane. Okay, so that's where we're at. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to click on 2D Sketch. Okay, create a 2D sketch. We're going to start off in 2D. Okay, and if you look, so here's the X plane, the Y plane, and the Z plane. So we're going to choose the XY plane. Okay, and so you can see that yes, indeed, we got the X and Y plane. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, don't do what I'm doing. I'm going to draw a Lego brick. I'm just going to show you how to do some stuff. And your challenge later on is going to be, you're going to make some simple thing from the real world. Everybody's going to try to do this. Whoever makes the best project is going to win. Okay, so let's start off with this. So we're going to start off with a rectangle. And if you look, it's kind of cool because you click on it and it should give you some information on what to do or not. Oh well. So here's what we do. So let's start with our Lego brick. So we're going to click here and we're going to go to here. Okay, so we have a nice two-dimensional path. It's a closed path. All right, so we have that. All right, so let's finish this sketch. So we're going to hit finish. So once we're finished, it goes into 3D view, and you can play around with it. You've kind of played around with this, so you can look at it from the right, the front. You can click each of these surfaces. But for what we're going to do, we're going to extrude it. Okay, and so we can push it if we want, so we can mess around with it this way. Okay, so but what we're going to do, or the other thing you can do is just type in what you want. So we'll extrude it 1 inch. Okay, that seems just dandy. And when we're done, we click right there. Okay, and so now we can look at this thing and make sure this is what we want. Is that how we want our Lego brick? Well, it's not a perfect shape for a Lego brick, but it's good enough. Okay, so let's look at this thing and see what's what. So where's the top? Okay, so there's the top of my surface. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to click on this thing and I'm going to go to edit sketch. No, okay. So let's go back to let's finish that sketch. So let's go to this top surface and I am going to back to create 2D sketch, and I'm going to go with some okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to let's find the bottom. Oops, where are we at? There's a right, and there's a bottom. Alright, so we're going to go to the bottom, we'll click on this, and we're going to shell it, which means we're going to hollow it out. So click the shell, and we got to tell it the dimensions we want to shell it out. Let's see what we can do. So that's a little too thick, so let's go 0.05, and when we're done, that looks good, we'll click to be done. So we'll go back to the view, and if you look at it, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now let's go to the home view. There's the top. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a 2D sketch on the top. So we're going to draw the little buttons on the top. Okay, so we go here. So obviously we're going to use a circle. So we'll draw a circle right here. That looks about the right size. Alright, and so once we're done with that, we're finished with that sketch. And then we're going to extrude that. Okay, that's a little on the big side, so let's make that like a point 0.2. See how that looks? Okay, and so we'll shrink it down. Just eyeball it. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so once we have that done, what we need to do is we have to make what's called an array. Okay, so we're going to make a rectangular array, which means we're just going to make multiple of them. All right, so if we look at this, that is sketch number, let's see what we have. It should be sketch 3. Okay, so we're done with that. Okay, so this is extrusion 2. So extrusion 1 is the box. Extrusion 2 is that thing. All right, so once we get to that thing, we're going to make an array of it. So we're going to go to the rectangular array. And first thing we have to do is select the first direction. So we click here. There's the first direction, and then we're going to click here, and here is the second direction. Okay, and you can see that my array, they're putting them off the thing. So instead of 2, let's make it -0.5. And let's see what happens over here. Oh no, that's not right. That's the number of them. So I'm going to go 2 this way and 4 this way. And then I'm going to make this -0.5. And I'm going to make this -0.5. Okay, so you can see they're going too far off. So 0.5 is too much, so let's go 0.2. That's too little. Let's go 0.3. Let's go 0.35. There we go. And then these should be this maybe 0.3. Well, maybe we should only have 3 of these things. Let's go like that. There we go. Okay, and then we click OK. And you can see that now we have a Lego brick. And let's change the, I don't know, let's change what it's made out of. We're going to click here and we're going to make it out of smoked polycarbonate. Probably be able to see through it. So that's kind of weird. Let's try something different. Galvanized steel. That would make a very strong and sturdy Lego. Alright, there you have it. There is our Lego brick. Now, let's take a look at our PowerPoint slideshow. Okay, so now you need to make something from the real world. That's simple, but not like a ball, or it's just a square. But make something from the real world.